Hello everyone, this is part 2 of the Pictures of the Past series, in which I have all of these old pictures and I just go through them and commentate and bring back a bit of nostalgia. So here we are, I'm in the Slayer Tower and I'm at Gargoyles, and I must have timed it exactly so that I got the picture of the gargoyle falling apart. I guess I thought that was cool at the time. I suppose it sort of is. And let's see, I'm wearing a dragon square there. It looks like rune boots and a whip with guthins and a legends cape. So pretty decent gear actually. I mean, that's still quite good defense even at this time now. Not the best offense, I suppose. And I guess this must have been before Slayer helms came out. Well, Slayer masks. I mean, Slayer helms didn't come out till quite a while after that. But yeah, Slayer masks were not out yet, so Slayer was a lot slower back then. And unlike in the previous couple pictures that I had in the last video, it looks like I've upgraded to using potions. So I've got my normal strength and normal attack potions there. Still no prayer pots, of course. That's over the top. I mean, they were like, what, 3k each at the time? Which was a lot. I mean, it was more than it is now. Although I guess Eddie boots were also more then, so I probably should have been praying. I think Eddie boots at the time were like 60 or 70k each at least. I mean, I remember when I first got to Netrail, I was killing them and getting rune boots. I remember they were about 300k per rune boot. When I was killing them, I remember I got 4 in one task once, and I was just like ridiculously overjoyed about that. Because yeah, I mean, that was a lot of money. And now rune boots are, I think, at Alk price, so they're like 7k each or something. Also, I'm not sure if I have any other pictures of this later on, but I'll mention it now. The person who's logging in and out of my friends list there, Lady Shiloh, she is a person who had a post on the RS forums. She had like a crafting shop. I always remember her having like really, really high crafting, and she would make people's glories for them or like black dragonhide stuff. I think I looked at her stats a couple years after this, and she had like level 80 crafting or something, but at the time I thought it was so high and it was amazing. She was making glories for people. But yeah, I remember a lot more activity on the Runescape forums before they brought in the GE. People would have shops where they'd make people stuff. I remember I had a construction shop where I was one of the, well, not really one of the first, but among the few people to have 99 construction. So I was making flat packs for people's costume rooms, and I'd make like 400 or 500k per flat pack set that I sold, and that was a really nice moneymaker after getting construction up. Anyway, continuing on, these next few pictures are of the desert and of the carpet rides, of course, pretty obvious there. But let's see. I mean, first off, the obvious change is that you're not standing on the carpet with your arms crossed. You actually kneel down on it, so they changed that for sure. Yeah, the graphics look a little bit odd. I'm not sure why my friends list isn't loading there. Yeah, not really much more to say about that. Carpet. Okay, so here we are, another Slayer task. Looks like the same gear as the last one, except it looks like I'm wearing normal armor with a Guthin switch. I'm not quite sure what I was doing. I think I might have just been avoiding the degrade cost on the Guthins, which is sort of a joke at this point, but back then I guess it added up. And if you look at my inventory, as you can see, I've got a rune hatchet on me to get into there. Now you've got your tool belt with a hatchet on it already. I also had to bring coins to get in, I assume, but it also looks like I was picking up the coin drops. I have my games necklace on me to teleport to Birthorpe to cancel tasks. Looks like I'm picking up the bones there. And I'm not exactly sure what the items are in my inventory, the stack of 2 of them. It looks like some sort of seed possibly, but I don't know if anyone knows that. Please post. I really have no idea. Let's see. Cannoning at least. So yeah, I'm not sure why I'm cannoning but not using offensive potions, like not super attack and super strength, and not prayer pots. I wasn't really thinking logically back then, I suppose. And yeah, also just using this spot for fire giants in general. Yeah, that's a bit of a joke. I remember you'd often cannon them and they'd like run off far to the west. Just not the best spot to kill them in. I mean, I guess now you'd kill them in the chaos tunnels with a titan, but yeah, back then that wasn't really an option. Okay, now some more. I'm not sure if this is Slayer or just training. I do remember camping Dust Devils for a while. I think I actually have a drop log somewhere, which I might try and dig up later. I recorded all of the drops that I had for a while. So anyway, but this is a random event we have the evil chicken here, and they were actually pretty high level and they had a lot of health. I remember, I remember fighting them once in a while. And of course, Mage Protect, not using any offensive prayers, of course, and normal prayers. Pretty much the same gear as last time, although I can't really see my inventory. And as you can see in the chat box there, I'm burying the bones. I'm not sure why I was doing that. I guess at 56 prayer, burying normal bones seemed like a good idea. Anyway. So this picture must have been when the Shadow of the Storm quest came out. I believe that's what it was called. And I'm in that demonic area where, I can't recall his name, it was like Thamaron or Theramon or something, where they're trying to summon him. And it's definitely the new quest, just because I'm messaging someone in the chat there and he asks what I'm doing and I say the new quest. And look at my stats here. Yep, stats. Nothing really to point out, I guess. Just my stats at the time. Evil Dave again. Yep. And then I took pictures of all of the chat options. I'm not really sure why I did that, but anyway. Okay, and then picture of the sandstorm here. Just the area outside. Not much to say about that. Okay, and then we've got the demon here, and it was Agrith Nar. I'm not sure why I thought it was Thamaron. Maybe that was like the dead one or some Majorat lore stuff. I love his mustache though, look at that. And it's quite pink for some reason. It's like, it's not really as red as demons are now. It's sort of strange. And then finishing the quest, of course, 181 quest points. Also, just to mention, actually it's sort of strange, both of these pictures, both the previous one and this one, both have Quad Hodge logging in. I don't think I had many people on my friends list. I vaguely remember not wanting to have to scroll down on my friends list because I was using a laptop and I had never really used a mouse before. But I mean, I originally, when I started using computers, I was using a Mac, and then I started using a Windows laptop. And I never really used a scroll wheel because I didn't have a mouse. So I never really wanted to have a friends list that went down that would make me have to scroll. So that's probably why he's one of the few people that's logging in. But anyway, I remember he had really high smithing or something. I don't actually know what level it was. It was probably like level 70 or something, but it seemed high at the time. But anyway, in this picture, of course, I'm ranging black demons. I remember trapping them and ranging them there a lot. I'm not exactly sure. I think those are iron arrows. I could be wrong. But yeah, ranging with iron arrows, I remember being ridiculously depressing. Range was so slow back then. And then, of course, there's this guy here, 420 Trippy, who is killing Mr. Hyde. And I say Mr. Hyde is going to hurt him. And he says, prepare to die. Yeah, random events back then. Okay, and I must have taken a break from doing normal Slayer training, and I went and did Bandits. I remember doing Bandits, Dust Devils, and Slayer for a lot of my training. And of course, I'm using Cooking Gauntlets, Warrior's Helm, Rune with a Zami book. And Zami books at the time were a lot less expensive. It was like 400k to fill up the whole thing, I think. I remember Gothic's pages were pretty much worthless. It was like 20k per page, and sometimes you could even find them on the ground, which was pretty awesome. So anyway, I've also got my Guthans and my potions here. I've got some trusty tuna to heal in case somehow I didn't heal enough with Guthans. Not sure how that would happen. And then my trusty Ictophile to teleport away. Yeah, okay, so 84 hit points here. Yeah, not much to say there. And yeah, that's everything for this video. Just continuing on in RS, I'll keep doing a regular stream of these videos. They're actually pretty fun to look back and remember. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll try and get some more out within the next week or so. Also, if you haven't seen it yet, I've got a link on the screen here to my Supreme Champion Helm video, which is a reward from the new Crucible minigame, and also a review of the Og blog, which has some more info on the combat rework. So if you're interested in either of those, take a look. They open up in new tabs. And yeah, don't forget to thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.